What's up, entrepreneurs and hustlers? Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the incredible journey of 12 startups that went from humble beginnings to billion-dollar empires. We're talking zero to hero, basement operations to global domination. These stories are packed with lessons on innovation, perseverance, and the power of a great idea. So buckle up, get ready to get inspired, and let's get started. All right, let's kick things off with Airbnb. You know, the app that lets you stay in someone's house instead of a hotel. Yeah, that Airbnb. But it wasn't always smooth sailing for these guys. Back in 2007, founders Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia were just a couple of dudes trying to make rent in San Francisco. Sound familiar? They had this idea. What if they rented out air mattresses on their floor to attendees of a design conference? Boom! Early validation. They created a simple website, and guess what? People went for it. But here's the kicker. Investors, not so much. They got rejected like a lot. But did they give up? Hell no. They hustled, they iterated, improved the website, got better pictures, and finally, they found an investor who saw the vision. And the rest, as they say, is history. Airbnb tapped into a need, they provided value, and they relentlessly pursued their vision. That's the kind of hustle we're talking about. Next up, we've got Sarah Blakely and the Empire of Spanx. This is a story about turning a personal problem into a billion-dollar solution. Picture this. Sarah's getting ready for a party. She's got her white pants on, but she hates how her pantyhose look. Sound familiar, ladies? So she does what any resourceful woman would do. She cuts off the feet of her pantyhose. That's right, she created her own solution. And that spark of ingenuity, my friends, was the birth of Spanx. But it wasn't all champagne and roses. Sarah had zero experience in fashion or retail, but she was hungry to learn. She read books, she talked to manufacturers, she figured it out as she went along. And you know what else? She wasn't afraid to get scrappy with her marketing. She sold Spanx herself in department stores. She even went on Oprah. The lesson here? Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and hustle your way to the top. Now let's talk about Shopify. You know, the platform that's helped millions of entrepreneurs sell everything from t-shirts to Tesla accessories. Yeah, that's Shopify. But it all started with a snowboarder named Tobias Lütke. Back in 2004, Tobias was just trying to sell snowboards online. But he was frustrated with the clunky, expensive e-commerce solutions available. Sound familiar, entrepreneurs? So what did he do? He built his own damn platform. That's right, he created Shopify initially just for himself, but then he realized, hey, maybe other people need this too. And boy, was he right. Shopify exploded, becoming the go-to platform for entrepreneurs worldwide. Tobias didn't take billions in funding. He built a product people loved, and that, my friends, is the power of building something truly valuable. All right, let's talk about Warby Parker, the company that made eyeglasses cool again. It all started with a simple problem, expensive glasses. The founders were tired of overpaying for frames, and they knew they couldn't be the only ones. So they decided to shake things up. They cut out the middleman, went straight to the source, and offered high-quality glasses at a fraction of the price. Genius. But Warby Parker is more than just affordable eyewear. They're all about social responsibility too. Remember their Buy a Pair, Give a Pair program? For every pair of glasses sold, they donate a pair to someone in need. That's what I'm talking about. Warby Parker proved that you can do good and do well at the same time. It's about building a brand with a purpose, a brand that people believe in. Next up, we've got Dropbox, the company that made file sharing sexy. Okay, maybe not sexy, but definitely easier. It all started with Drew Houston, a student at MIT who kept forgetting his USB drive. Relatable, right? He was tired of emailing files to himself, so he created Dropbox, a simple way to store and share files in the cloud. But here's the genius part. They didn't just launch a boring old tech product. They created a viral marketing campaign with explainer videos that were funny, engaging, and actually made you want to use their product. And it worked. Dropbox blew up, becoming a household name and a prime example of how to market a tech product effectively. Remember, it's not just about the product, it's about the story you tell and how you tell it. Let's be honest, no startup story would be complete without mentioning Elon Musk and Tesla. This is a story about audacious goals, groundbreaking innovation, and of course, electric cars that can outrun a Lamborghini. Elon had a vision of a future powered by sustainable energy, and he wasn't afraid to go after it, even when everyone thought he was crazy. Tesla wasn't just about building electric cars. It was about disrupting an entire industry. They challenged the status quo. They pushed the boundaries of what was possible, and they made electric cars cool. Tesla is a reminder that you don't need to follow the traditional playbook. Sometimes you've got to break the rules, dream big, and ignore the haters. Chapter 7, Zoom, from conference room boredom to global communication powerhouse. All right, let's talk about Zoom. Remember those pre-pandemic days when conference calls were the absolute worst? Yeah, me too. Well, Zoom came along and changed the game. They created a platform that was easy to use, reliable, and actually made video conferencing bearable. But here's the thing, Zoom wasn't an overnight success. They spent years building their technology, refining their product, and most importantly, listening to their customers. They offered a freemium model, letting people try before they buy, and it worked like a charm. Zoom's story is a testament to the power of patience, persistence, and creating a product that solves a real problem. Title: Instagram from Filters to Fortune, the power of visual storytelling. Now let's talk about Instagram. Remember when it was just an app for making your photos look vintage? Yeah, those were the days. But Instagram quickly evolved into something much bigger. They tapped into the power of visual storytelling, creating a platform where people could connect, share their lives, and build communities. But they didn't stop there. Instagram kept innovating, introducing new features like stories, direct messaging, and live video. They understood that to stay ahead of the game, you got to keep moving, keep experimenting, and keep giving people new ways to connect. Chapter 9, Nike, Just Do It, the story of a shoe empire. All right, let's talk about Nike. This is a story about the power of storytelling, athlete endorsements, and of course, some seriously cool shoes. Nike wasn't built on selling shoes, it was built on selling a feeling, an aspiration. They aligned themselves with the world's best athletes, from Michael Jordan to Serena Williams, and they told stories that resonated with people. Remember the Just Do It campaign? That wasn't just a slogan, it was a call to action, a mantra for anyone who dared to dream big. Nike's story is a reminder that people don't buy products, they buy emotions. They buy into stories, and they buy into brands that inspire them. Chapter 10, Slack, from gaming flop to workplace communication king. Next up, we've got Slack, the company that made work emails a thing of the past. Well, almost, but here's the thing, Slack wasn't always about workplace communication. They started as a gaming company, and that gaming company, yeah, it was a total flop. But instead of giving up, the founders took a step back and looked at what they had. They realized that the internal communication tool they built for their gaming company was actually pretty awesome. And so Slack was born. They pivoted, they adapted, and they turned a failure into a massive success. Remember, sometimes the best ideas come from unexpected places. Don't be afraid to experiment, to iterate, and to pivot when you need to. Chapter 11, ByteDance, the algorithm whisperers and the rise of TikTok. All right, let's talk about ByteDance, the company behind TikTok, the app that's taken the world by storm. This is a story about the power of short-form video, the addictive nature of algorithms, and of course those dance challenges that take over the internet. ByteDance understood that people's attention spans were shrinking, and they capitalized on it. They created an app that was all about bite-sized content, personalized recommendations, and endless entertainment, and it worked. TikTok exploded, becoming a global phenomenon and a force to be reckoned with. ByteDance's story is a reminder that to win in the digital age, you need to understand how to capture and keep people's attention. Chapter 12. Impossible Foods, making meatless meaty and saving the planet one burger at a time. Finally, let's talk about Impossible Foods, the company that's making plant-based meat that actually tastes like meat. This is a story about sustainability, scientific innovation, and of course, delicious burgers. Impossible Foods had a bold mission to create a more sustainable food system by reducing our reliance on animal agriculture. And they did it by creating a plant-based burger that looks, cooks, and tastes just like the real thing. But they didn't stop there. They partnered with major fast food chains like Burger King, making plant-based options more accessible to the masses. Impossible Food's story is a reminder that you can build a successful business while also making a positive impact on the world. Outro, what will you build? So there you have it, folks. 12 incredible stories of startups that started from nothing and achieved extraordinary things. These stories show that with the right idea, perseverance, and a bit of innovation, anything is possible. Which startup story inspired you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Until next time, keep hustling and keep dreaming big.